In the desert at -300 degrees, the man discovered a supermarket. However, this place has long been swept away. All that's left is corpses all over the floor. He finally found a few cans. Take a look. Then I found out it was dog food, and the man is very happy, because today I finally don't have to go hungry anymore. It turns out that, in the future world, the solar storm nearly scorched the earth. The uncle is the only human left. In order to survive, he scours the few supermarkets on the map every day. Once the looting is complete, he's going to spray a big red X on the gate. It means there's nothing left here. Just when he was full of expectations, when going to the next supermarket, the alarm went off suddenly. That's when he realized a terrifying dust storm has been howling. The uncle, who realizes that something is wrong, run away with a tank 300. With strong driving skills, he finally made it back to the base before being overwhelmed by the sandstorm. After cleaning the isolation suit, he thought he was going to feast on the food he found. Unexpectedly, after he poured out the dog food, I just licked the spoon, because the rest, leave it all to his only partner. Wait for the uncle to open the refrigerator, looking at the only bottle of canned peaches left inside. He swallowed, but still not willing to eat. Due to long-term exposure to radiation, he knew he was going to die. But he has to keep himself alive as much as possible, because he has another concern. That's the dog that lives by itself. In order to better find food in high temperatures, it also needs a good assistant. In the library, I saw a robotic arm, uncutting books neatly. Then each page is scanned and entered into the computer, and the content inside. It's all about keeping pet dogs. It turns out that the uncle is making a robot. Robots have been around for 10 years. A wealth of knowledge. The responsibility of taking care of the dog in the future. It's all pinned on this robot. As the robots take shape, System first set 3 laws for it, and also added one. The most important thing is to die. Robots must take good care of dogs, at any time. This one takes precedence over the 3 laws. System asked the robot if it understood. The robot gave it a positive response. He greets the dog warmly. How could the dog reply with a dip in urine? In this joyous atmosphere, sudden power outage at the base. It turned out that the wind power system failed. I didn't find out until the uncle repaired it. A superstorm is approaching his base. The uncle who came back asked for information on the robot storm, but the answer was, the storm is powerful enough to destroy the base, and leave them time to escape. There are only 24 hours left. This sudden bad news let the uncle quickly eat a mouthful of canned peaches and slow down. He desperately needs a new foothold now, so he locked the location in San Francisco. The next thing to do is to train the robot quickly. The uncle first taught it how to walk. Although robots are simple-minded, but the limbs are very developed. When the uncle wakes up, he has learned to trot. Although there are still many skills to be mastered, but they don't have much time left. Just like this, 2 people and 1 dog hastily embarked on a journey to find a home. It's sunny outside tomorrow, but the uncle did not dare to take half a step. The dog wants to run out of the shadows. The uncle tried his best to stop it. It turns out that there is a high temperature of -300 degrees outside. The only one who can survive outside. Only this robot. A solar storm nearly destroyed the world, as the only human being left in the world. The people and the dog are constantly looking for a new home. Although robots have developed limbs, but the IQ is still stuck in the stage of a 3-year-old child. Popcorn made by uncle. Let it play happily. But happy times are always short-lived. A superstorm is still in hot pursuit. They ran for their lives in the RV. However, the speed of the storm is too fast, so System can only choose to take refuge in place. So he gets out of the car, and he ties in with the robot. But the 80-year-old uncle soon ran out of energy, watching the storm get closer. Fortunately, the robot punched the last steel nail. At the moment of the storm, the two finally managed to get back into the car. However, they underestimated the power of the storm. The safety rope was torn apart by the storm. The RV is about to be sucked into the air. Fortunately, the last nail saved them. After the storm, the uncle who got off the bus only found out it was the steel nail that the robot nailed that saved their lives. This gave the uncle a little comfort, and in the next process of changing tires, robots play an indispensable role. As a reward, the robot was also given a name by the uncle. That's Jeff. Wait until the next day. The sun rises. The RV also started the solar panels to replenish power, and they're moving again towards their destination. But it didn't take long. Uncle's condition is getting worse. He endured severe pain and parked the car in the shadows. Came to the restaurant with the dog. Behind Jeff's back, he spat out blood. He knew he was going to die. Unexpectedly, at this moment, the sound of the engine came from outside. It turned out that Jeff wanted to learn to drive. Unexpectedly, there was an accident. He asked Jeff to get his hazmat suit, and Jeff said yes. The body is honest. He actually reversed the car without authorization. When I came back, I didn't expect the car to stop in the shadows. Although the uncle is angry, but my heart is full of relief. Next, he tried to get Jeff to be the driver. After all, only Jeff can take care of the dog in the future. And Jeff didn't let him down. He soon became a qualified driver. I thought this would make the uncle a lot easier, Unexpectedly, his condition worsened again. I still fell ill. Looking at the sick uncle, Jeff took it all by himself after all. He takes the wheel and moves on. When they came to a dead city, hurry up and take the robot dog to find supplies. At this point he doesn't realize a crisis is lurking in the dark. But the bear biscuit caught the robot dog's attention. It was just about to reach for it. As a result, it became a meat sandwich on the spot, and now its robot companion, unaware of the impending danger. Fortunately, the uncle arrived in time. Then he ran back to the car with Jeff. They fled here quickly, but it was too late. Until night, the uncle just found the car following behind, and he realized that there are other human beings in the world. Seeing that the other party is not good, he had to turn off the lights and move on. However, the other party is still chasing after him. Helpless, Robot Jeff hurriedly speeds up. Although the crisis was temporarily avoided, but Jeff underestimated the height of the bridge. The trailer got stuck on the bridge. Seeing the enemy catch up again, Jeff does it all the time. Turn the RV directly into a convertible, although successfully dodged, but it also deprived the car of power supply. See all this? The uncle is desperate. He doesn't know if he will reach the finish line, so he told the secret hidden in his heart. It turns out that the early days of the solar storm disaster, survivors kill each other for resources. The uncle watched helplessly as a little girl was shot by robbers, and I didn't dare to stop it. After the robbers leave, only then did he find the dog in the girl's backpack. Maybe to make up for the guilt in my heart. That's why I tried my best to protect him. This moment, Jeff finally understood why dogs were so important. The next day, he continued his journey. Suddenly, a butterfly hit the glass. Jeff quickly woke up the uncle. Wait for the uncle to stick his hand out of the car window. Only then did I realize that the high temperature outside had disappeared. Apparently, they are getting closer to the safe zone. So System excitedly put on a treasured suit, breathing in the sweet air outside. Unexpectedly, while Jeff was playing happily with the dog, Sir System spurted out a mouthful of old blood. He knew his time was near, so I took Jeff's hand, gave him a big hug. The rest of the journey can only be done for him by Jeff. That very night, he bid farewell to his two partners forever. A dog that has lost a loved one again, wailing in pain, heartbreaking cry. It also touched Jeff's heart. He gave the uncle his last ride in his own way, and the dog also recognized the new owner. They carry the trust and hope of the uncle. Keep going. After several days, they finally arrived. Uncle's dream Jingman Bridge. It turns out that this is where all survivors' dreams begin. Jeff posted a photo of the three of them. Embark on a new journey with your dog.